As much as I love decorating for the holidays, I also love cleaning up after the holidays. During the holiday season, my house is definitely maximalist. There is stuff everywhere. And then for the rest of the year, my house is very minimal. I love living with less, and so any other time we are living with less. So come with me as I decorate my house for the holidays. Maybe you're on decorating with me. I still have a little bit to do after this video, but we are pretty much done at this point. However, there's always a debate in my house on when to clean up after the holidays. I like to start a few days after the holiday season is pretty much over, and some other people in my house wish that it would stay up for about 2 weeks after the holidays. I like to have a clean house for New Year's, and so that's what I root for, but I do keep some stuff up to make everybody happy. So the lights that line my dining room and living room are still up at this moment. Stockings are still up, and our tree is still up. One of the first things I showed in this video was the bows on the back of the chair. I tried to do that this year. I had extra ribbon. I was trying to be fancy, and they really didn't last in my house. I didn't realize that when most of the people in my family go to sit down, they rub their backs on the back of the chair, and so the bows were just getting ripped off constantly. So next year, I probably will not do that again unless I really figure out a way to keep them on there. I tried to use mountain tape, but it really didn't work out too well. So they were a fail this year, but maybe next year we'll come up with a better plan. Now we're removing that Dollar Tree Village. That is still holding up really well. I don't have a lot of Dollar Tree decorations left over, but this is still holding up, so I still put it out every year. Our signs and our command hooks. I have command hooks everywhere in my house. They work pretty well except for on my painted wall. Some painted walls, it depends the finish, work really well with command hooks and some do not. So I moved a lot of my kitchen stuff, but I did keep the hot cocoa bar because winter just started here in PA. That's where I'm at. And so I kept the hot cocoa bar so that we could continue to have hot cocoa throughout the winter season. I'm sorry for all the times that I walked in front of the camera. I used this pan twice this season. It's new. I just bought it not too long ago from Aldi's. If you don't know what Aldi's is, it's a cheaper grocery store than any of the other ones in my area. And they always have weird little things like that. I used it twice and it worked really well, so I look forward to using it again in the future. I did wrap it in some paper towels because that's what I had, and I put it away, so I hope that it will be fine next season. I can't see why it wouldn't be, but you never know in storage. So I'm just removing, again, all the hot cocoa stuff, but still keeping the main ingredients to make hot cocoa. I used to, years ago, decorate for winter. So I would decorate for Christmas, and when Christmas was over, because that's what we celebrate, I would decorate for winter. I no longer really do that. It was just a lot to keep up on. But I used to love doing that. We would do like polar bears and penguins and blues and whites. But it's just a little too much to keep up on now, so I no longer do it. I said in my last video that I watch a lot of Reba while I clean and on decorate and stuff like that. I didn't watch Reba this day. But, yeah, surprising I didn't watch Reba. Getting rid of all those towels. I do wash everything from throw blankets to towels before they get put away. And then I do wash them again when they come out from storage for the season. All of our books, which my teens are like aged out of these books, but they still hold a lot of sentimental value. So I do put them up every year. And you will notice, if you haven't already, that I'm jumping around from room to room and I come back and I revisit rooms. I love those ornaments. I had those ornaments when I was little. They came from McDonald's, and I was happy to find them secondhand to add them back to my collection. I very much value them. They're from the 90s. But like I was saying, you'll notice I'm jumping around from room to room a lot, and I always say you work in a clockwise motion. You don't jump from room to room, but I'm trying to store my Christmas decorations away different this year. Sorry, I thought one of my teens was calling me. I'm trying to store my Christmas decorations way different this year. So I am hopping from room to room because I want to make sure that the bins are packed perfectly and securely so that nothing gets ruined. I did have some flocked ornaments from last year that did get ruined in storage. And I blame that on me. They were not packed away nicely. And I will acknowledge the elephant in the room. This Christmas I asked for hair care products. I don't know much about hair. But I know that my hair is naturally really wavy. I wouldn't consider it curly, but it's definitely not straight. And so I asked for some hair care products to try to bring out those natural waves in my hair. And this morning I put it in and I did not brush it through before I made this video. I also did not notice that it looked like I stuck my finger in an electrical socket. So, the rest of this video, my hair looks pretty crazy, okay? I acknowledge it. I'm trying to learn how to take care of my hair better. It's a work in progress. But for right now, I'm wiping down the counters. I try to wipe as I go. Like, I clean something off and then I wipe. I normally do not do that when I clean, and I don't advise to do that. But this time I am. Mainly because I don't know how much I'm actually going to get to in one cleaning session, putting away things, because I have to go back and forth to storage. Like I said, we do have a storage unit, and I do keep the decorations there, so I do have to go back and forth a lot to get bins. There goes that hair, by the way. Woo! I do have to go back and forth a lot. I put a bear over it, so you didn't have to stare at it. I do have to go back and forth a lot to storage, so I don't get everything clean in one sitting or put away in one sitting when I am on decorating, so I will try to wipe things down as I go. I'm also wiping down this window because I was tired of seeing my dog's nose print all up on this window. I don't think you could see it from this angle. Maybe you could. Maybe if I rewinded that and then brought it back, you could actually see it, because now I see a difference. He looks out this window so often because we have a small patch of woods behind our home, and there is deer, there is foxes, and there is neighborhood cats that hang out back there. So he's constantly watching something back there. Wiping off our table now that our table is clear. And you'll see in a second, I'm putting away 2 of our trees. I think we had a total of 8 this year. I do love Christmas trees. Like, as much as I love reindeers, I love Christmas trees, so they're everywhere in my house. But, I put them away exactly how they are. Just these 2, because I only have a handful of vintage ornaments, and so that green tree gets decorated the exact same way every single year. So I put it all away exactly how it is. And then that little pink tree is actually my daughter's tree from when she was a baby. So my daughter is in high school now. Believe it or not, it's crazy to think about, but she's in high school now, so that tree it's getting up there in age. So I'd like to put it out kind of as the nostalgia factor. And then you'll see me heading into my storage unit to switch things out. And unfortunately, that's where the video ends, because as soon as I came out, there was people everywhere bringing their stuff in. I was actually parked in by just the amount of stuff that people were taking out of their cars and even moving trucks. I think I have a lot of stuff until I see some of the houses around me. So this is really where it ends. So I hope that everybody has a great rest of 2024. The next video will probably be in 2025. I do like to do my end of the year cleaning. It could be so jarring turning this corner, by the way. I have to walk the whole length of this storage place, and normally the lights are all off. And so it could be a little intimidating to walk this storage thing. But yeah, I hope that everybody has the good rest of 2024.